I don't know how this is going to go because it was 4 or 5 a.m. when I wrote this. What time was it? 4 o'clock.
We are
Is it recording?
Is Avatar an anime? I don't know. Let's talk about it. Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
Through the mountains.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sly, and welcome to another. Ooh, I literally wrote down Weebisode. I don't know if you saw that. Weebisode.
Oh no!
Weebisode of Virtual Offline. What's up, everyone? Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Thanks. Wow. So I thought that it'd be interesting for us to talk about Avatar: The Last Airbender. Now, I've recently rewatched this with my students. I also watched this in the anime club at my school. Not me in the anime club, like I was running the anime club. And I had to find something that was kid friendly. And I mean, this is like for kids and adults, you know what I mean? Like it's just yeah. But nonetheless, let's talk about whether or not Avatar: The Last Airbender is an anime or
Yes.
not.
Bite me.
Dun dun dun.
Oh
Now,
boy.
uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is like apparently one of the most controversial topics in the world of weebs. Is Avatar: The Last Airbender an anime or is it just simply a cartoon? And it's so damn controversial, and I don't even know why. Just watch and enjoy, but so I kind of wanted to talk about like what makes an anime, and I wanted to hear you guys' opinions, what you guys thought about it.
I think a lot of people would say that anime is like only animation made in Japan. But I would disagree with that because there's tons of animations that are made in Japan that aren't anime. Right?
True.
So going on that logic as well, that means in some anime that you love and that you see, they outsource all of the animation, or sometimes they even outsource the stories and the animation to other countries, like Korea and China. Are those anime?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say those are our anime.
So
then there's Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's an anime. It's an anime written in America, animated in Korea. It's an anime because it's stylistically, how they, it's a style and how they present it. It's anime.
It was animated in Korea.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It's through Nickelodeon, which is an American company, but they outsourced all of the animation to South Korea, which a lot of animation companies
So it's a manhwa.
But I mean, here's the thing. People believe that like animation in Japan, anime is just short for animation, right? Meaning something that is animated. A show that is animated, an animated cartoon. Yes?
Right.
So would that not constitute Avatar being an anime? I guess that's what the debate is, right? Like Phof was saying. It's
well, like I think that argument is a little flawed.
Okay.
Because like they air episodes of The Simpsons in Japan. Does that make Homer Simpson anime?
It's okay, so here's what we think is anime, right? Basically, animation, just think about it. Animation, like I even animation, regardless of the kind or style or where it was made, is still anime. Anime is simply just a word, a short form word for animation. It's just a short cut word of animation in English, right?
Mm.
So something that is animated is still anime. It's just how we view anime is a Japanese inspired like art style, like you said, right? Like you're talking about stylistic choices. Fofa, don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like I'm crazy.
Ah.
What? What? It's like the look of okay,
Because
well,
because I was gonna say, you know what? Going into this, I honestly thought, you know what, that it's not anime, that it's a cartoon heavily inspired by Japanese animation, which is called anime. But I see what you guys mean. I see what you mean. Does make sense because anime just means animation. So
yeah,
is are all cartoons anime? But also anime is its own thing, separate from cartoons. And because when people say I like anime, they don't mean cartoons
right,
in the Western sense of it, right?
right.
But when they say I like anime, I think Avatar could be included in that category because it's the same themes, same styles as Japanese animation, but it wasn't made in Japan, right?
I
That's what
think
we're kind of getting
that's the
at.
thing. Yeah, Jamie, the thing is like, is it the drawing style or is it where it comes from and where it's
Mm,
made that makes it an anime? And I think that's the big debate amongst most people is like, what what makes it anime? And most people will say, well, if it's from Japan, it's anime. How we view it anyways, I guess in the Western world, how we view it is if it's from Japan, that's an anime, regardless of drawing style. Because you can have, like, South Korean manhwa or, I don't remember what the I think it's manhwa in Chinese as well, but, like, both of them, they aren't considered anime, right? Because it's not from Japan. So, what makes it anime? I know, Fofa, you're saying the drawing style makes it anime, but, like, I think
The
that's, like,
drawing
the
style,
big
stylistic
question.
choices, how they portray story arcs, common tropes that you see in anime. It's all there.
Okay. So then what's the difference between an anime and a cartoon? Why would people consider Avatar a cartoon?
I think it could be considered both because technically anime is cartoons, right? Oh god, it's so controversial in my brain.
It's like we're gonna get in trouble. We're like,
Okay, wait. So let's think
who's
about it.
gonna
Let's stop. All right. So we have, like, let's say Family Guy and
Okay,
The Simpsons. Why are
right.
they not anime?
The art style is different.
Okay.
The themes are different.
Yeah.
It's made not in Japan,
Who cares where it's made?
or it's not inspired by Japanese animation style.
There we go.
But that's just I'm just telling you, like, this is I
Not
feel like I'm gonna
controversial.
get in trouble. I'm gonna go to the principal's office. Like, oh my gosh. I mean, like, I okay, in my opinion, Avatar: The Last Airbender is an anime-inspired cartoon. I've always seen it that way. Always seen it that way. I didn't even know what anime was growing up. What I knew was, "Hey, Avatar's on TV. I like this show." I didn't give a crap about the art style. I was like, "This looks cool." And then, like, later you get into anime and then you hear about the controversy and you're like, it's just to me,
Wait,
it's
wait, wait,
not
wait, 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 wait. Do you see Pokemon?
yes,
Digimon?
yes.
Anime.
Yeah, but I didn't know that as a kid. Did you know that as a kid?
Yes. Anime.
I just grew up with I was
When
like,
I
"I
came
like
out of
Pokemon,
my mother's
I like
womb, I
Pokemon."
had a full lexicon. I was born with a dictionary.
It makes sense.
And
It
then
makes sense.
Of
when I
course.
came out of my mother's womb, my very first word was anime.
Anime?
And I held the dictionary and I pointed at it and I was like, Avatar is going to be an anime. And I looked dead in the eyes of the doctor. I'm just like,
Anime.
eyes, look at me. Anime.
Anime. This is
Oh my gosh.
uh, I I mean, I can I didn't know what
Oh.
anime was. To me, it never mattered, you know? But, like, now that, like, I think about it and I'm like, "Okay, it's" to be honest with you, I get why people don't consider it an anime. I get why people say it's an anime-inspired cartoon, and I'm fine with that. Either way, it's a great show. Like, either way, it doesn't matter, it's a great show. What are you doing? Is that you're pointing
Anime.
at the dictionary. Okay, I know, like, okay, Jam,
Okay,
you're
baby
saying
Fofa, time to go to sleep. That's enough anime
bye.
today.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
Um,
goodness. So you would agree, Jamie, that it's an anime-inspired cartoon, yes?
yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Fofa. You're
Oh boy.
Fofa's like, "It's an anime." And I
It's
mean,
so
I do
clearly
know
an
that there are people who
anime.
agree. How? Simply because of the way that it looks?
No. Stylistic choices, character arcs, how they present things, how they emote, how they express themselves. They use anime tropes. Anime is
Mm,
has become, it might have started as, you know, Japanese animation style, but it's kind of
mm,
evolved into its own genre, right? So like for example, like when there's different kinds of music, like you can specifically say like, oh, that's J-pop versus pop music, right?
right,
Like so
right.
like could you argue that, like, let's say, could non-Japanese artists like do a J-pop style song? Would that be J-pop or would that just be pop?
I feel like it also would be controversial and fans would be like, it's not
Okay,
J.
let's go for a more
It's
localized
not
example, right?
true J-pop.
You will, okay, let's
Okay.
boil it down to the more fundamental thing. Is anime a genre?
Mm. I don't think it's a genre, but like a
No.
category.
Yeah,
It's a
agreed.
category. Okay, so then, like, when you're talking about categories of music, like rap music, right?
Okay.
Country music,
Mhm.
rock music, right? Those are all very clearly distinct. And like when you listen to it, you know it. Just like how when you watch anime, you know it's anime.
Right.
Okay. So
I c
imagine Eminem, right? The rap god,
Okay. Yes.
decides to do like country music. Like Take Me Home Country Road, right? Like something along those lines.
Okay.
Does that make that
Yeah.
song a rap inspired? Does that make it that a rap song that's country inspired? Or like if he goes full
No.
country, or is that a country song?
A country song by a
A
not
rap
country
artist.
artist. Yeah.
Yes.
There you
Yeah.
go. And that's Avatar.
But this is the
It's
thing,
an
it's an
anime,
An
it's an
anime.
anime made
anime-inspired
by
cartoon.
non-Japanese. It's
It's an
not
anime
inspired. It's an anime made outside of Japan.
and I think that's the big thing though, Fofa, is that most people would agree that anything made outside of Japan or not created by a Japanese mangaka or artist, like in terms of like original creation, is not considered anime.
Well, then, if you're going by based on visual creation, right? Then couldn't you say that all VTubers, right, that are outside, that were originate outside of Japan, are not VTubers?
Are you anime? Like
Because the whole VTubing like trend, right, started
mm,
from Japan, right? The whole like all Hololive, and then who came before Hololive? What was her name?
Kizunai.
Yeah,
He's an
Kizuna,
eye. Yeah.
right? So like, could you say that we're not VTubers because we're not from Japan? We're just VTuber inspired.
I think that's a little bit different though, because
How?
VTuber
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily mean
Mean
Japanese.
from Japan. Exactly.
But you just
So
said because
that's like,
it doesn't originate from Japan. It's only inspired, and it's not
but
part of that same category.
that's what people's that is what anime, like, how we consider anime. What we consider to be anime is an animation show, or a show that's animated from Japan. That's how most people see it, right?
Okay, so that
I'm
if
not
they
I'm
suddenly
not
start switching production of Family Guy, they make like, let's say, Family Guy 2, Electric Boogaloo, and it's like a Family Guy series. Everything's the same, except for all the voice actors are now Japanese, and it's based in Japan from now on.
But
Does
it's a
that mean that's
combination
an
of both
anime?
things. Fofa, it's a combination of both things, because would you not say that Crayon Shin-chan, is that an anime or is that a cartoon?
It's an anime.
Okay, so then you're considering that it doesn't matter based on art style and
Well, like,
stylistic choices. Because you know that Crayon Shin-chan is completely outside of that. It doesn't even, like, it's different. But here's
it's
the
like
thing.
a children.
People would,
It's not really. It's like a children's anime. Does that make sense?
I think, like, anime is a combination of stylistic choices, the way that it looks, themes, but also in addition where it comes from.
What about the
I
other
think
animes
it's
that have
both.
like a completely different style? Like there's that one anime that was completely done through rotoscope. Does that make that not an anime? Or like that anime about ping pong, is that not an anime?
What
I'll put
makes an
I'll put
anime
I'll
an
put
anime? That's the
I'll
thing.
put
That's
Anime
like
has
the thing.
I'll put
transcended.
screenshots on the thing.
What the heck is an anime then?
What
If an
is
anime,
anime?
It
what
follows
is that?
specific stylized tropes, like story tropes,
Okay.
character tropes that will always like exist there, right? So like for
Mhm.
example, like in Avatar, who's the Sundare?
Probably Soka, like Sokka
No.
is what?
Who's the biggest
Oh,
Sundare?
Toph?
Toph.
Who's the bigger one?
Zuko?
Yes!
Zuko. Yeah, I'm
Zuko!
like, wait a sec. What?
Zuko's the biggest Sundare, right? Okay, so now let's think about Western cartoons. Are there
Okay.
Sundari characters? Are those character tropes existing? Not often. And like, yes, you might find some here and there, but here's the thing. Avatar uses a lot of those like character tropes, character styles, and like
Right.
like it's the whole recipe together, right? It's kind of like saying it's like you're almost trying to say it's like, oh well, it's not a bagel unless it's a New York bagel. Do you know what I mean? Or it's not a pizza unless it's a New York pizza made in New York.
No.
Do you know what I
Now
mean?
we're gonna get on the
Like,
controversy:
it doesn't matter
Chicago
where
or
it's
New
made.
York
It
pizza.
matters how it's made.
Okay. So okay, well, hold on a second, because we're not gonna say it's New York pizza if it's not made in New York. We're gonna say it's New York inspired pizza. That's
No, I'm
true.
just like,
Because
it's
yes, you
pizza.
go to a restaurant and it's called New York style pizza because it's not made in New York. Chicago style pizza. Huh?
Yeah, but you're still getting a
Aha!
Chicago
Caught
pizza.
you. Caught you.
No, you
No,
didn't.
I'm just
You're just proving my point.
Okay, but here's the real question. Why the heck does it even matter? Why is this so controversial?
You chose this topic.
Like, who cares? I know, but what I don't understand is why it's a big deal. Who cares if it's anime or not?
Your
Just
mom
People are
was
watch the
passionate.
show.
Last night. That's right, Billy.
What?
Last night.
just watch the anime. Watch the cartoon, whatever you want to call it. It's good. I mean, like, here's the thing, Fofa, I watched it in my anime club because obviously I felt it has some connection to anime. I'm not saying it's not entirely connected, right? But
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't get the controversy. Maybe that's just me. I mean, like, okay, Jam, when you watched it growing
Yeah.
up, did you say
Yeah.
this is an anime, or did you say this is a good cartoon? Like,
Careful, Jamie.
careful,
I'm trying to
Fulferson.
think. I watched it when I was pretty young first, and then like
Yeah,
rewatched it when I was like older, an adult kind of
right.
thing. And I don't really like, because like even for me, like it what before like I even found out when things were like this is anime. I just thought they
Mhm.
were cartoons. Like everything was cartoons. Like I was
Same.
watching anime before I knew it was anime kind of deal
Mhm.
for a long time. Like I had an obsession with mermaids and watched Mermaid Melody, and that's an anime. Not before
Yeah,
I knew that was an anime. Like, so I think that it fell into that like weird zone of where it's like I wasn't thinking about it. I wasn't filling up
as yeah,
my brain being like, is this anime or is this what I know to be cartoons?
yeah.
What is this? But I also think it like could be both, but I also think it like transcends. It's such a good show.
It is okay,
It's
you
like
know what?
the
It's
best
a
show.
show.
It's like
It's a
one of the best
show.
shows.
Yeah, it is, and it's for adults
Everyone.
and kids. I think, yeah, it's
Mhm.
it's all ages, which is really, really impactful. But to me, like growing up, you're right. It was the same thing. I watched it when I was younger, and then I watched it again. I'd say within the last 2 years, I've rewatched it 3 times now, and like before, it was just a cartoon. Pokemon was a cartoon, Digimon was a cartoon, Naruto was a damn cartoon, like, everything was a cartoon, and now it's like when I watched Avatar, I think I said this to Fofo when we rewatched it. I was like, "It's very much" like, I was like, "It's kind of based in it's very much like an anime." But at the same time, it was
Because it is an
it's
anime.
it's so silly that it's like a big deal. Like it's to me, it's still anime and cartoon. It's both,
You're a
at least in
cartoon.
my opinion. I know. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that.
My favorite anime is Cory in the House.
Oh.
Okay,
Who's
so
the tsundere in that?
Cory.
uh,
Then it
okay,
classifies as an anime.
so then Fofa, by your definition, something like Ruby and Samurai Jack would still be considered anime, despite being made outside of Japan.
I haven't seen Ruby.
What about Winx Club?
Yeah,
I haven't seen
Winx
Winx Club.
Club.
Really?
It's
All
like
right.
I feel like it's a little kid show.
Yeah, it's like again, like I feel like it's heavily inspired by anime. It wasn't made in Japan, but it wasn't made in like North America. It's made
Mm.
somewhere else in the world, I believe. But it
Wasn't
was
Isn't
the
it like
Winx Club
popular
flying
just made to
in
fairies?
North
sell
America.
toys?
I feel like I remember seeing those toys. They're like the pull on the string and then
I mean, most kids' cartoons are made are for that. But
Oh
yeah,
my
it had like
goodness.
anime type stories in it. But
Right.
it was yeah, and characters, I guess.
It's so silly. What a silly what a silly controversy to have. Just watch it. Right? Right?
Right.
Yeah. It's would you recommend Avatar: The Last Airbender and even The Legend of Korra? Would you recommend that to new viewers who kind of want to get introduced to anime? Because like
Hmm.
it by
Um,
it's kind of it's for
That
everyone,
sets their
right?
standard too high.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. The key difference between I would say Avatar: The Last Bender, Avatar, both The Last
Yes.
Airbender and Legend of Korra
Right.
versus versus, let's say, a standard TV anime show
Right.
is the animation quality.
Okay.
So like, you know how sometimes when anime gets a Blu-ray release, or they have a movie, and there's like you can see like there's like, instead of being like, let's say they go like they don't like half frame animations, so like literally you're just seeing like literally like 10 or 15 frames per second instead of like 24 or 60, right?
Okay. Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Yes, I know what you're getting at.
And how it's always a lot better and smoother. Like they actually go in and like spend extra time to animate these things for the movie, and sometimes they'll even add in
Right.
extra scenes. So
Mm-hmm.
every episode of Avatar is like that. There's so much time,
Yes.
so much effort put into every single scene to make sure everything's
Every
smooth
movement.
and
Yes.
clear and it makes sense. So like I would say, like as what Jamie was saying, it does set up an unrealistic standard of like, not every show is going to be like this. Just like how not every anime is also like super high budget in terms of its animation.
So what you're saying is that it's too good to be the first thing that you recommend to somebody. You
No,
would
I would say
recommend
it's still
something
really good.
crappier to watch. So that you
Well,
have your
it's just like a really, really
expectations
good
set too
show in
high.
general.
I would
I
say
mean
like
that
I would recommend it. I would recommend Avatar: The Last Airbender, like hands down. Legend of Korra, I personally really, really like it. I know it's very divisive
yes.
amongst fans.
Yes.
I would say
It's
don't watch
very
Legend of Korra unless you want to see, unless you've seen Avatar: The Last Airbender
mm,
and you want to experience that world with different characters in a different scenario.
yeah. See, the thing is like I would recommend it to get started. I mean, that's how I introduced my students to like the animation style in anime. Was we watched Avatar: The Last Airbender together, and now all of them have gone off to watch like some of my older students went and watched The Legend of Korra. Now they're really into like Studio like Ghibli with like watching
Mm.
like they've gone off to watch Totoro. They really loved Totoro. Now they're watching Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle. Like they've gone on to watch all of these kinds of like these things and have really got introduced to it. Like people are now coming back to like, "Oh yeah, I watched like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure." I'm like, "Oh yeah, like way to go," like of course. Because they were introduced to something that was so beautiful, they were curious to go out and find more things that were of similar kind of style. Not necessarily quality, 'cause
Because like you could
I
say
could just
arguably,
I just
like, I recommend that you watch High School of the Dead
Oh
DxD.
I still DxD.
It is my favorite anime. I
It's like
like
I would
the
never
booba.
recommend people to start with something like
no!
that, right?
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I feel like
Unless
it's a
they're
good entry point
pervert.
into this. True, true. And, like, at least in my opinion, it's something that you can recommend to somebody and you are sending them off knowing that they're going to enjoy it.
Mm,
Like, you're
mhm.
not sending them off to be like, "Well, they might like it, they might not like it, I'm not too sure. I mean, I liked it, but I don't know." It's
Yeah,
you're gonna
that's
go
season you
off
can
true.
watch with the
yeah,
kids.
right. Yeah. Especially if yeah,
Mhm.
100%. Now, Legend of Korra, maybe not so much, but I mean, I
Legend of
still
Korra is
enjoyed
aimed
it.
more towards like people who watched
Avatar growing
Avatar
up.
growing up,
Mm.
and then like they're
Yeah.
Yeah,
teenagers slash
agreed.
young adults, and they're like, this is for
Yep,
them.
Some more mature
yep.
themes. Did you
Yes,
guys watch
definitely.
Dragon Prince?
Yes,
Dragon Prince was awesome.
I did.
Mhm.
It was
Dragon
good. It
Prince
was
was
really good.
awesome. And I'm trying to think there's another one. What is it called? Hold on, let me look it up. There's one on Netflix. It's a French anime. I don't
Oh, is it
know.
Wakfu? Is
Yeah,
that it?
Wakfu. Wakfu. Now, okay, I know it's not so people
The
would say it's not
game.
anime, but Wakfu. Yeah, no, Wakfu is a game. It's a movie
It's
or
based on a
an
game.
anime. Yeah, it's It's on Netflix though, and it was really, really well done, at least in my opinion. I really liked that one too. Like, I watched Dragon Prince with my students as well. I also after we watched anime or after we watched Avatar, we watched, Dragon Prince because I was like, it's kind of very it's although the animation style is a little bit different. The
Mhm.
way that it moves is different. I don't know how to describe that. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
I
little
know
bit
what you
different.
mean.
Yeah, but Wakfu is another really good one. That's not necessarily
Whack foo.
anime, but still
Mm.
anime.
Whack
It's
foo.
actually French. It's originally done in French.
Bonjour.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I quite enjoyed it,
What
but
is
you're
the
right.
French
Yeah,
word for
Dragon
baguette
Prince.
again?
Baguette.
Casually explain reference.
Yeah, and I know Fofo, you mentioned like outsourcing animation and artists, and that's like apparently a pretty big controversial topic too. Is like is outsourcing, especially like animations and smaller scenes have been more outsourced. Uh, but like, is that a big deal? Does it really impact the anime at all?
No.
No, at least not in my opinion either.
Mm.
But yeah, apparently that's another big controversial topic
I
would
do
be
see
why.
the point of that though, as things get more globalized, like anime is
Right,
its own genre of like style and characters and
right.
tropes,
Boom.
and I do see a point there. I do see that. And I think especially
Yes.
as more things they're globalized.
I mean, it's ease of accessibility, right? You know, like maybe I think about like the deadlines that most of these animation companies have to meet, especially like drawing, animating, etc., whatever. But outsourcing is just like that easier, cheaper way of doing things, right? Ah, anyways, yeah. Any other thoughts on Avatar: The Last Airbender?
It's an anime. Fight me, Billy.
Let us know what your thoughts
Oh
are.
my
Anime
gosh.
or cartoon or even anime-inspired cartoon, but, like, I mean, to me, it's not that big of a deal. Doesn't really matter. I don't understand the controversy. Just watch the show.
Or
Enjoy it.
both.
Don't
Alright,
worry,
guys,
I
thank
have
you so
Mother's
much.
Basement on my side.
Oh, dear.
I mean, they have no
Actually,
idea
that's a
who I
really good
am,
episode.
but like I watch their video and I'm just like, yes. Confirmation bias to
Yes.
my own
Yes.
thoughts. Yes. Yes. I
If
agree with
if Mother's
everything you
Basement
say.
says it, it must be true.
Exactly.
Facts.
You can trust someone
Ah.
with a name like Mother's Basement. It sounds so wholesome, yet so authoritative in the field of anime.
So true. Should we link that episode down below?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah, it's a great episode. Definitely worth watching if you're curious if Avatar is an anime or not. All right.
Imagine people are like clicking this video and they're like expecting like James Cameron's Avatar: The Last Air, James Cameron's Avatar, and they're like,
Avatar.
We should,
they're like,
should we do a
Avatar.
they're
little
like
clip
all
at
ready with
the
their
end? We're
keyboards. They're like ready. They're like, and they're about
is
to hit
this
enter. They're like,
Avatar
wait
an
a second.
anime?
Is
No.
Avatar an anime with that freaking
No.
But the unobtainium.
Oh my goodness. I kind of want to watch. I want to watch that movie again. It's a great movie. I feel like
Maybe
it's.
the
I have.
sequel will be an anime.
Ooh, anime
Avatar 2,
inspired
Electric Boogaloo.
movie. Electric
Blue boys
Boogaloo. Blue
in the
Boys.
ocean.
Oh wait, yeah, no wait. Then Avatar 3, the Blues
Dabba-dee-dabba-die.
Brothers.
The Blues Brothers. No, the Blue Man Group. That's what it is.
Oh my
Avatar
god.
3, the Blue Man Group. All right. Thank you guys for joining us,
Thank
and we'll see you
you.
next time.
See you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.